In our world today, beauty can be twisted and commercialized and sold and wrapped in money and control and power over. As women who see things clearly, as queens with a vision for how life can be lived and lived well, we know that beauty is the fundamental underlying principle of source. So what is beauty? Well, the dictionary says that beauty is the quality present in a thing or person that gives intense pleasure or deep satisfaction to the mind, whether arising from sensory manifestations, as in shape and color and sound, or a meaningful design or pattern, or something else, as in a personality with pleasing qualities manifesting. Beauty is also a beautiful person, especially, the dictionary says, a woman, which is very interesting that it is specifically women who are thought of as beautiful as opposed to including men in that definition. Beauty is a beautiful thing, as in a work of art or a beautiful building. Beauty is considered a thing of particular advantage, as in one of the beauties of this medicine is the freedom from after effects, is what the dictionary says. So beauty is something that contains a particular advantage for us as humans. Well, this is a pretty vague description, and it has to be, because beauty can really only be known at the spiritual level. Something is beautiful to us when it stops us in our tracks and takes our breath away for just a moment. And I first heard that description from Nita Rubio, and possibly from Vajra Ma, her teacher in the Tantric Dance of Feminine Power. That's how they defined beauty, as what stops you in your tracks and takes your breath away for a moment and puts you in this state of awe. So at that moment when you recognize something is beautiful, you have the choice to either remain in that state of awe of that thing we find beautiful, or we can go into a separation state of ego mind and distance ourselves from that state of grace and make some futile attempt to control that which we find beautiful. And I first heard that concept from a brilliant philosopher and thinker who also happens to be the husband of Vajra Ma, aforementioned teacher, Wolfgang Nebmeyer. I first heard that idea. So the man, for example, the man who sees a beautiful woman can either bow internally, humbly and gratefully to her beauty, or he can take that next step into separation and try to take it over, attempt to control it, attempt to make money from it, attempt to profit from it, to commercialize it. So the wise woman will remain in the first state of grace, remain in awe of what is beautiful with no effort to control it or profit from it. Just be awash in the beauty of the moment. Mother Nature, of course, is incredibly, amazingly beautiful, showing us so many forms of beauty. It's just dizzying. The wise woman will go to a meadow, say, and be in awe of the beauty of the field of butterflies flying free on the wind. The ego mind may go to that same place and also see the beauty and attempt to capture the butterflies, kill them, pin their bodies to a framed board, and then proudly display his collection of once beautiful dead things. He thinks now that he has beauty under control, that he owns it. A wise woman may go to a savannah and be in awe of the beauty of the pride of lions she sees running free. The ego mind will go to that same place perhaps and try to kill that lion, drag its dead body back to his home, mount it and hang it on his man cave, this dead thing that once was beautiful. He thinks he now has beauty owned. He thinks he has beauty under his control. A wise woman will see another beautiful woman in some public place and just be in awe of the beauty before her, just appreciating it. While the ego mind will see that same beautiful woman and desire to claim her, to control her, to make her his somehow. And if, say, he gets a ring on her finger, then he thinks he has this beauty now under control. So, of course, beauty cannot truly be controlled, but it can be expressed intentionally through us once we connect with it. And if we consider ourselves spiritual women, beauty expressed is utterly important to our lives. We must have some forms of what we consider beauty around us, or we start to die inside. And you may ask, well, why is that? Because the fundamental ground of being, of creation, is actually beauty. And if we do not acknowledge its essential nature in our own lives, if we ignore beauty and its expression, if we consider it unimportant in the total scheme of things, then we are cut off from the nature of the universe, which clearly, as is evidenced all around us, thinks that beauty is utterly essential to life and to physical manifestation. The patriarchal mindset, the ego mindset, the dominator model mindset, call it what you will, thinks of beauty as a product to be bought and sold. It commercializes what it considers beauty. And if it cannot profit from beauty, then it will dismiss it as not important. It will not include it in its creations, in its culture. And as proof of this, witness the hideous public housing, or hideous prisons, or hideous cheap apartments. Since there's no profit in making them beautiful, the dominator model mindset decides it is unimportant even to attempt it. To live in this type of environment is crushing to the soul of beauty, to your soul as a woman. As spiritual women seeing truth, we must acknowledge that to be one with the universe is to recognize, to be in awe of, and to express in our own unique way the eternal and divine principle of beauty. Just as Mother Nature creates seemingly infinite forms of beauty, we too, as women, can express beauty in nearly infinite ways. And the nature of beauty, of course, is very subjective, but at some level, some deep level of being, we all recognize when something is beautiful. A woman who has artistically created her face and body as a canvas of color and texture can be beautiful, but so also can the butch lesbian who is dressed in a crisp white shirt, clean jeans, and beautifully made work boots, her face never having seen a lipstick tube. She is also beautiful. It just depends on what your personal preference is. The lush English garden is beautiful, as is the minimalist Zen garden. What is your personal preference? The classical Greek statue is beautiful, as is the streamlined and stylized statue. What is your personal preference? The highly decorated and colorful room in someone's home is beautiful, as is the monochromatic piece of an entirely different style. What is your personal preference? The green mountains and blue lake is beautiful, as is the starkly beautiful dry desert. What is your personal preference? The full bouquet of flowers is beautiful, as is the single stem in a simple vase. What is your preference? So today we think on beauty because its expression in our life, our own unique ideas of beauty, our own personal vision of what is beautiful is essential to our wholeness, to our connection to all that is. And without beauty, our life is devoid of feeling, devoid of joy. Without beauty, we wither and dry up. We are juiceless. Without beauty, we cannot inspire our family, our friends, ourselves. So we say today, commit to greater beauty in your life. What can you do that would cost little to no money at all? For beauty can be purchased, but there is much beauty completely free and available to us now, right now, without a dime being spent. So what can you do to express more of the principle of beauty in your personal life as a woman? We are in the season of the mother, summer, the time very much associated with beauty. Of course, every season is utterly beautiful in its own way. Winter, covered in soft white, the trees bare, very beautiful. Or spring, the tender spring leaves showing on the branches, very beautiful. Autumn, golden autumn leaves falling, very beautiful, all of it. Yet summer is the time of flowering and fruiting, the time of the pregnant woman, of the mother archetype, the mother birthing life. This is a time we particularly associate with lush, full beauty, abundant beauty, just pouring upon us, pouring through us, blooming effortlessly. So in this time of this particular form of full and luscious beauty, what can you do to bloom in beauty even more greatly? Can you perhaps declutter a room, removing things that are not beautiful to you any longer? This brings beauty to a space. Can you ask permission, perhaps, of a neighborhood plant to allow you to cut a single stem and place it in a simple vase on the table? This brings beauty to a space. Can you, just before bed, go out into the night air under the moon and let the starlight wash gently through you, and then go to bed bathed in that beauty? Can you make your food on your plate that you prepare somehow more beautiful and appealing to yourself so that you are eating more beautifully? Can you go through your wardrobe and put in a bag every single item of clothing that you no longer find beautiful to wear and take it to Goodwill? This will bring more beauty to your daily presentation of your physical form, to yourself, first and foremost, and to others as an overflow. Can you commit more greatly to beauty in your life, the way you live your life, as a spiritual practice, as a nourishment for your soul, as a recognition of the nature of reality, as an inspiration to those around you, an awareness of, as a sense of beauty? This is, going back to the dictionary definition, this is a particular advantage to every woman. So today we ask, can you make this coming season more beautiful for yourself? Blessed be.